Kanye West. Well, Kanye? I'm so sorry for that intro. That was fucking terrible. There's this huge drama around because Kanye released Vultures finally. People have been bitching about on Twitter and Instagram for the guy to release Vultures because all he's been doing really for the past month was to post like these semi-nude pictures of his wife. What? And yeah, Vultures came out. I gave it a listen. I'll just start by saying that I'm not a huge hip-hop guy. I'm not a Kanye West stan by all means. Like, I love this album. I think this album is great. I love all of these. I'm gonna post the albums that I like from Kanye West on the screen right now. But I really stopped caring pretty much since Jesus is King. I was like, that's not for me. The things he say, like, I don't care about, and the music also didn't really do much for me anyways. So I just stopped caring about Kanye West in general. But I did listen to Vultures. If you want to know what I think about Vultures, here's my track-by-track review. I don't know, man. If you want to read this, just pause and read what's on screen. But TLDR, I liked Stars. I liked Talking. I liked Burn. I like Burn a lot. I think that's the best song in the album. Vultures, I didn't like at first, then kind of comes around, and I like it at the end. And yeah, you can't convince me that the guy isn't saying SHREK in Paperwork. Just can we play that real quick? She took the pipe, now she famous. It's plenty paper and rotate. He has to be saying SHREK, right? It sounds like SHREK. My problem with this Fantano review is that if he really thinks it's unreviewable, the things he says against Kanye are justifiable. He's not really talking about the music though, which is what some people are complaining about. He says it's unreviewable and then he goes on to review the album, which is kind of weird. But the point is, if you really think it's unreviewable, then don't review it. Don't make like a video called Unreviewable with a review of an album. Just don't review it, you know? If you're going to have the trouble to review the album, calling it unreviewable, making this entire big thing about it, you're giving Kanye more attention, which is supposedly what you don't want to do, right? So Fantano goes on to say that you can't separate the art from the artist because the artist is in the music, like the lyrics are crazy, and they are, he's right, like, but then you can just say that it sucks, you know? It doesn't make it unreviewable, which, I mean, he does go on to review the album and call it trash, so I don't know why he said it's unreviewable. That's my biggest beef with all of this, because it is pretty much reviewable. I don't know if it's a meme, because I do agree that, you know, if you do care about Kanye West and Kanye West's music, you do have to care in a way about the things that he's saying, you know? This statement is pretty idiotic because, especially in hip-hop, if you take away what the artist is saying, like, what else is left, you know what I mean? These are just my thoughts on it. I do like Fantano. I've been watching his stuff for like 10 years now. I did find some of my favorite artists thanks to him. I think he's a very respectable critic. People are kind of mad that he's getting too political with his stuff. People, you know, are going crazy about him, sending death threats. You know, that's just how the internet is, right? You know. And about Kanye, it is true that this guy is delusional. He's a nut job. No one is fucking denying that. Like, again, even he knows that he's delusional. I think in part, and I apologize in advance for this, because most of you guys are American, but I think in part this is also due to how, well, mostly Americans treat celebrities in this like next to like God status, which I think is ridiculous. Okay, then there's this guy called Sensitive Society, which I didn't know about until this video popped up on my feed earlier. And this guy makes a few good points, but he also keeps calling Fantano a divorced 40-year-old man for no reason at all. I don't understand like why he keeps saying this when Kanye West is older than Fantano and he's also divorced. This guy does have a good point though, which is that like Fantano talks how there's 3 types of Kanye fans, but in reality, the majority of people who listen to Kanye West are not like Kanye West stans. They just listen to his music. They see a new Kanye release and they listen to it, which is normal. I think the people that attack Fantano on Twitter and send death threats and defend Kanye about everything that he does aren't the majority of people. They're the majority of people online, but I think like the majority of Kanye West listeners just listen to his music and don't go post about it on Twitter. I think that's the reality of it. Like if you watch the numbers, you know, on Spotify, on YouTube, no, it's not on Spotify, but yeah, there's no way that every single person that's listening to it and enjoying the album is gonna post about it. There's way too many people listening to that. So yeah, I think most people are just, you know, they listen, they know Kanye West, because he's been around for a while. They see a new album, they give it a try, which is what I did. I still listen to this album quite a lot. I like this one a lot. I wasn't a fan of Vultures. If you didn't read that thing that I showed earlier, that review, there's a few tracks that I like, but overall the album just sounds kind of mid, and I don't like the mix at all. It's very inconsistent as an album. Again, take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not like a hip-hop head. I used to listen to a lot. I still like some albums. I'm gonna put some on screen that I really love and I listen to, but yeah, just take my opinion on the album with a grain of salt, because the reality is that it's not really for me. Oh, he also talked about the whole Bianca, what's her name? Let me just Google that real quick. Yeah, this guy also kind of shamed Fantano for, like, he's saying that Kanye is calling her a reference. I do not think that he wrote that line the way that Fantano interpreted it. He's just saying that he has a preference in women and that his wife is a reference to that preference. That's the way I interpret it, but I can't blame Fantano for thinking that, because for the past month, Kanye West has been posting like nude pictures of his girlfriend on Instagram, or near nude pics on Instagram nonstop, you know. Truth is, I'm sure she's fine, dude. Like, I'm sure that she's consenting to it, because otherwise she wouldn't have done it, right? I don't think she needs to be protected or like defended. Entire like Kim Kardashian from Wish thing, I don't know, it's kind of weird. You know, I can't find any of the old comments on Instagram photos because Kanye West deletes all of the Instagram and Twitter posts when he posts them. But everyone kept talking about the resemblance that Bianca has to Kim Kardashian. The first time I saw her, I thought it was Kim Kardashian, but I'm not too familiar with Kim Kardashian. I don't follow her. I don't see her shit ever. So, shit, I got something on my eye, and now I am looking red. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else to say about this, to be honest. Some Kanye fans no longer have any grounds to get in my face about liking any song Sexyy Red does ever. Some of the bars, songs, and mixes on this thing are pure shit, pure piss and shit, ass mixed with farts. Okay. Why did you have to write it like that? I don't understand the thing with Sexyy Red. I listened to one Sexyy Red song and I thought it was complete garbage. But again, I'm not like into this kind of hip hop. That's just how I feel about it. I think ass mixed with farts is a pretty cool bar from Fantano, to be fair. That's pretty much it. That's the huge drama from these past couple days. What did you think of Vultures? This wasn't really about Vultures, it was more about Kanye West and Fantano and whatever, the whole drama about Kanye West. And oh yeah, I put Drake's PP in the title just because I wanted it to be funny. Cause I didn't see the picture, but a friend of mine who's good at rating PPs said that Drake's PP is very long, but it's not thick enough. So he gave it like a 4 or something. I don't know. What did you think of Drake's PP? Did you see it? Did you love it? What would you rate it? I don't fucking... So yeah, I guess that's it.